Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at INBS. We've got quite the run on this, going from about 28 cents at the bottom here to $1.02 at the top. So we have a pretty massive runner, definitely in the triple digits here. ALR is looking pretty good as well, going from a bottom here of 30 cents to a top here of 55 cents. I don't really find that ALR moves too much sometimes, so I mean, it might move today. Board's decreased numbers of authorized directors, 7 to 5. Yeah, doesn't sound too great, but you never know. We could see this moving. We'll take advantage of that if it does. We've got Box D here, another one that pops up quite frequently, doesn't really move. We've got 61 cents at the bottom here to 79 at the top. TCRX, FDA nod approval type stuff, going from 230 up to 314 here. So we got quite a bit of room here as well, hoping for a 200 EMA bounce. DBGI, going from lows 260 all the way up to 330. So we've got a good range on this one as well. We're currently seeing below the 200, so that could be something that we may need to keep in mind here. Maybe if it opens and crosses the 200, we'll talk about taking a play on that. We've got BVXV here also going from lows of about 274 to highs of just under 350. Currently, the price action is not really there. The volume's kind of been sporadic as well. We're currently seeing just below that 200. Hopefully, we see a pop above on open on that as well. But until then, we've got about 30 seconds. I don't see too much new popping up. We may have, let's see here, JFBR. Pretty major downtrend for quite some time. There could be an opportunity that this bounces off this 200 line, which is something we want to watch, so maybe we'll keep that in mind. I'm just going to quickly put in some levels here. Okay, so market's opening up. I think this may be something we want to play off of around that 200 line, so about $1.70 maybe. INBS opening up strong. I think INBS could just keep running, so we might have to just buy into it. Okay, we see the dip. Dip's going to the 20 EMA. We could take that. So 0.95, go for, I don't know, $1.10 maybe. And we'll go for 0.9. Yeah, 0.92, stop. Is 0.92 going to give us the room that we need? Not really. Yeah, see, we're seeing that dip right here, so I don't think 0.92 is going to hold. I'm not sure what's going to hold here. Let's look at the 5-minute. Maybe that gives us a better view. I mean, we might see it down here at 91 cents. That could be a good point for a bounce. That would be my guess. So maybe we go for like a lower entry, 92.91. We're gonna go for the same PT, but maybe for a stop loss we go 89 instead, and that kind of puts us in a better spot, potentially a better spot. That's right at the bottom band here, so that's gonna look good. We are seeing it rise back up to $1.02 now. So make sure, every cent is going to be a percent here, or just about. So if you're putting a 2-3% stop, you're going to be wanting to get that profit out in 2 or 3 cents, and we're already at $1.06, $1.07. So make sure you take some profit if you're in it. Taking some profit, INBS, dollar. What are we at now? Holy moly, we just climbed so high, $1.14. Let's say $1.10ish, because wherever you got your scale out point. Hopefully you got a scale out point. That wasn't really quickly. Let's see, ALLR. Just not really doing anything we want to see this doing. Kind of headed down. We're right at that next level there at 38 cents. It looks like it might bounce, so that's something. We have TCRX here taking a little bit of a dip as well, down to 234, 235. Doubling your position, starting. Nice. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on here. DBGI making its moves. BVX not doing anything. JFBR not really doing anything either. IMBS going to be halted here from 6:31, so we probably got another 4 minutes. ALLR, I think this is going to go up. I think I'm going to take an ALLR trade. We're going for about 40 cents. Nice. That's awesome. And you might, if this looked really bullish, this will probably unhalt pretty bullish too. So if you didn't get all out, you're probably likely to walk away with even more here. So 0.40, we're going for about, I want to say 0.50. I think that's probably not too far off. And then a 0.38 stop. We're going to give it 2 cents. If you can get lower than 0.40, obviously better. If you can't, 0.38 is right there. I kind of hope that you could get a 39 entry. But if not, that's, it is what it is. You got scared? Well, you know what? That's okay too, because doubling your profits there just like that is pretty sweet. All right, got a 0.39 entry. So if you got a 0.39, you could lower this to 0.37 if you want. Looks like we're picking up in volatility here. This could still stop us out. Boxy's actually, even though we went through that big dip, looks like it might start to curl up here. Let's see this on the 5-minute TCRX. Yeah, it's too low for me. I don't know. 232 there, not too bad. Yeah, that does look like the bottom of all these bodies, right? So that could be another good entry. TCRX, probably about 235. Gonna go for $3 doesn't look too hard to hit, and then we'll go for a 2. If I give it 225, that's a whole 10 cents, but I think we honestly might need it, so I'm gonna go ahead with the 10-cent stop on this. Okay, unless you can get better than 235, which you might be able to, but we saw a little bit of a dip and then a recovery so far, so it might not be quite there. IMBS still halted, ALLR still holding that 39-40 cent area, so we'd be looking at 41 to get some profit out of this. Keep that in mind. So right there, around right there, 41. After 41, probably 43, and then 46. That would be the natural progression of our profit taking. BoxD moving up quite dramatically. Remember, I was just saying how it looked like a decent curl up, and here we go. DBGI doing it as well. BBXV is not doing anything, and JFBR is breaking lower than that 5-minute 200, so we don't really want to be touching that. Okay, so TCRX here giving us a decent entry, gonna take it. We got lower than 235 here. We got down to 230. I think we hit a bottom there, 228. So I'm going to move this down to 220, but not lower than that. So, even though I may have gotten, I kind of closed that gap a little bit. Nope, that's not what I meant to type in. We don't need more than a 220 stop on this. If we start hitting that 220 range, things are going to look bad for the stock. LLR making that push again. IMBS still halted, of course. We got, should be unhalting here actually any second. So we'll keep that in mind. 39 cents on ALLR again. BoxD 64. Right off the 200 rejection. IMBS any second now. You can put your profit taker out. I was going to say around this 125 area. Take some profit. IMBS 125. Not bad, not bad. Definitely further than we expected this one to go. Still holding on to a runner. We'll see what happens. ALLR making that dip. Unfortunately, it looks like, it's going to stop us out. I don't like ALLR. Let's see here. TCRX also looking very not good. Going to stop us out. So we'll take that. We took a little bit of a tighter stop there. We didn't really, honestly, even at that 225 mark, we didn't really need to move this too much because 225 would have been breaking a new low. I thought I'd give it a little more room just to see if volatility kind of stop this, but did not. We are almost at the 200 on the 5 minute. This could be a potential bounce point that we want to watch out for. We'll see if something happens here. If we start to see it bounce, maybe we jump back in. Wow, look at that knife. Both of these got knifed real hard. INBS still going here. We sell out to 138, almost 140. I should have probably taken a little bit more there. TCRX still holding there. DBGI is kind of rocking it. And then we got BVXV here. Not really doing a whole lot. In fact, I don't really like the price action. We're going to close that down. TCRX so far bouncing. Whoops. Off that 217 area. I do think this could be a potential bounce here. Ah, man, I think I'm going to try it again. TCRX. I'm going to be upset if I get stopped out twice here. Like 215. Anywhere in that range. We're going to be going for at least 260. See, the upside potential is so high on this one that risking it is kind of almost worth it. Like a 205 stop. You could probably even tighten that up a little bit more if you want to. Go up to like 209. Yeah, your stop loss could really range here. Just basically want to put it below that 200 and give it a little bit of room. That's the goal. INBS at 143 and halted again. So we're looking good on INBS. At least that's propping us up for now. TCRX here is not looking too bad. It does look like it's starting to curl up. DBGI almost hitting that top resistance there, 324. So we'll see at that point. Paper traded what? Which one did you, are you just paper trading in general? What's my average on TCRX? 222. Oh, paper handed. Gotcha. Right. That makes more sense. Yeah, INBS. It's a big one now. It's a big one. Kind of kept going there. What was our entry there? 93. So we're up about just over 50% here on INBS. So that's going to be a good one. Hopefully it'll make up for our first loss on TCRX as well. DBGI is still doing its thing. ALLR, I don't really trust this. We're breaking into an area. Well, you know what? We did hit that 200. We do have some support right below the 200 there at 33 cents as well, but that's going to be too far. But I do think that I want to take a chance on this at the 200 on the 5 minute. So we're going to have to go ALLR. 0.3, what was that, 0.33? Yeah, about 0.33. You might have to get in 0.34, but 0.33 is kind of right on that 200. I'm going to go for a 0.45 and then a 0.3. Can't really afford to give it more than a 3.2 stop if you get in 3.3. You'd be kind of crazy to give it more than 1 cent. Box D's up, touches that resistance at 69 cents, gets rejected so far. TCRX is kind of doing its thing here. It's looking okay. Body's holding at 226, which is good. DBGI almost makes that 324 zone. Got JFBR here, starting to move up finally. Is it breaking through that 200 yet? Not even close. ALLR looks like it's bouncing nicely here. Yeah, hit 34 cents. At 58 level. There you go. 34 cents. 33 would have been great, but, you know, 34 was likely the point it gives us. If it was starting to actually bounce off of, I lost the chart here. If it bounced off this 200, I would have been surprised to see this back at 33. That would have been basically right back all the way down. BoxD is hitting support here at 64 cents. Do we trust it though? This is very close to that 200, so it could bounce up, hit the 200, get rejected, and then break down. That's something I'm a little worried about. That MACD is also looking like it's starting to try to cool off here, so I'm not really sure I want to touch BoxD just yet. INBS halted at 6:39. We should have about 1 minute left on INBS halt, unless it's going for a 10-minute. TCRX kind of trading flat right now. DBGI making its move off the 20 EMA here at $3. I mean, we could take this from 3 and hope to get 324. I think there's a decent chance, so maybe we go DBGI, $3, going for 330. And then just a 290 stop, because we really don't want to see this break down any further than the 200 on this level. So that 10-cent range is actually pretty nice. I like where we're at with this. Okay. So TCRX staying around that 230 area. I'm going to take some quick profit here just because we're not really moving. Profit, TCRX 230. It's not going to be a lot of profit, but I'm going to take it just to be safe. ALLR at 36 cents. We could take a little bit of profit there. And then that leaves DBGI at 304, so nothing really to take there yet. I mean, even hitting 307, I wouldn't really take until probably 310, 311. INBS opened up, went a little bit higher there, 0.40 or 148. I'm going to take a little bit of profit, taking some more profit. INBS about 145-ish. And then I don't really have a lot left, so my next scale is probably just going to be the remainder here. Probably, maybe hoping for 165. I don't know if that's going to be pushing it too much, but we'll see. We're at 38 cents here on ALLR. We could take some profit there. I don't know if we hit 0.39 there. I don't think so. No, not quite. 0.38 is good though. Every 2 cents we can take some, and that's pretty decent profit margins. Hoping to hit 41, that would be fantastic. INBS pushing up 49 cents here. It looks like it is gonna keep going, or wants to. Unless volume just suddenly died off there, and did it halt again? It looks like it did. Oh, interesting. That was weird. Am I full on TCRX? No, I took a little bit out. It looks like we're back down a little bit as well. Back to where I got in. I took a little bit at 230. BoxD's back down quite a bit now, so that's what we're talking about. You know, it could get rejected off the 200 here and fall through, and that's what it did. Is it worth touching? I really don't know yet. ALLR still doing its thing. And INBS halted. I'm really not entirely sure unless it's counting this drop and then running back up really quickly, which would kind of make sense, I guess. Maybe. DBGI bounces off the 200 there, 295, so back up to $3. If you were patient, maybe you got around that 295 entry. I was not. I took my $3 entry. JFBR, yeah, not really doing anything we want to watch. Pushing 38 cents again on ALLR. We got a couple other things, so we can move this for maybe Verb. Yeah, Verb's looking pretty good here. 33 to 50, almost 60 cents. We've got a big mover here. This is a good one to keep an eye on. We got a couple others as well, so SLNH. Nope. Vuzi. Don't like that either. I mean, the range isn't terrible on it. FRLN. No. Okay, so we're good with what we got now. Verb was a good find, though. I can't tell if this is going to bounce or if we're at the top here. We're very overextended, so I think we just leave this alone for a second. Let it figure itself out. Pushing 39 cents here on ALLR. TCRX does not really want to break down more than that 222 area. We could see this as low as 215, though. That wouldn't really surprise me. Verb, what are you doing? Looks like it's building some bullish momentum here. We could try Verb. I would have to say this is going to be a risky one. So 0.5, I would hope for 0.52, but whatever you get in at. 0.60, 0.50 stop loss. We can't really afford going lower than 2 cents on this, so you could put yours at like 0.50, or if you got a little higher, move it a little bit up. This is Verb. Definitely risky though. Just a lot of volatility, not a lot of room to make an error here. Looks like we're up to 0.54. I'm going to take a little bit. Almost at 0.55 here. Right there. Okay, cool. So I don't know if this is a sustained hold here. I don't think this is going to sustain itself up here. So that's kind of the problem we might face. ALLR pushing for 40 here. Looks like it probably just about hit it. 39.96 at the top. TCRX starting to break down. We were talking about this 212, 214, 215 area level that could bounce off here. We're hoping to see a bounce anyway. If it starts to break down past this 200, we'll leave it alone for now. Yeah, we're breaking down, that's for sure. We'll see. We'll come back to that. DBGI is looking really good here. We did see that down to 295. It is back up to 305 now. It does look pretty good for another push. Verb's at 52 cents after hitting all the way up to 55, just touching 56 maybe. ALLR touching 40, hitting 41, no problem. We'll take some profit there. All right, LLR is going very, very well for us. Now we're looking for our next price target there at 43. TCRX does break down, so we'll be taking a stop on TCRX. That brings our profits down to, I think, break even. Yeah, it looks like it brings me right back down to break even on that. So I'm just paying fees on it, which is okay, I guess. BoxD, not really looking great. ALLR doing well. A Verb broken down. So yeah, we knew this wasn't going to be a sustained hold. We got some profits out on it, which is good. Now where it is going to be sustained? That's the tough part. So we have some support here in this level. That's going to be important. Yeah, see, past this, we don't really have a ton. Might have some right there. That's about it. So we'll see. This could be the sustained hold area at 47 cents. So we'll take a look and see if it bounces off this. If it starts to bounce, maybe we jump back in. DBGI still, sitting around that $3 area. Bands are starting to tighten. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, do we risk it on Verb again? We made it some money on Verb here, but we could have probably made a little bit more. Let's see, 48 cents. If we get 48, we'll put it down to a 46 cent stop. That doesn't really give us a ton of room. ALLR dumping. We'll see where this goes down to. 35. We could look for a re-entry on the stock down here. We've seen this as a good area, but my only problem is we are breaking pretty low here, and we could just break down further, right? That might be a risk we have to take. Bearish on the 1 minute. Yeah, pretty bullish on the 5 minute, to be honest. Yeah, this could start to move back up. Do we take a risk here? MACD's pretty cooled off. We could see this maybe start to turn around here. So we'll take Verb at 48, 49. So we'll say 48-ish. We'll go I still think 0.60 is reasonable, and then a point like 40. 6 stop out. So give it 2 cents from wherever you get in, obviously. If you get in 49, it's going to be 47. There's no ticker now? I could have sworn I saw one. INBS resumes here. It does not break higher this time. However, we hit the 9 EMA. This could be a good bounce area. I'm surprised there's no down either. There's stuff that is very close to it, I think. ALLR, pretty bullish on the 1 minute. You know what? It bounced right off that 5 minute level again. 34 cents. Yeah, if we could pick some more ALLR up at 34, I'd be pretty excited about that. So 0.34, 0.45, and then a 0.3. Just give it a 0.33. Yeah, I don't want to give this 2 cents. Even though that's really tight. INBS moving back up. We got Verb below that area, so it does not look like Verb's going to be working out for us. Since we've broken down, the only last kind of thing I can see is maybe a VWAP bounce, but I'm not really convinced on that either. You think you like TCRX here at 205? Let's take a look. On the 1 minute, I'll get rid of my little biased line there. We are back down to, you know, yesterday's market hours area. We dipped down even lower than that. We could realistically see this down to about a crazy low compared to where it was, but I don't think we're going to do that. This looks like a more of a uptrend to me. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but I do think that there's, yeah, quite a bit of, oops, we do not need that blue. I think we do have quite a bit of, let's get rid of that. That's bothering me. Quite a bit of support here. Yeah, right there around 190, or yeah, 199. That could be a spot we see some recovery off of, and it looks like, you know, the bodies are lining up with that. You see the bands are tightening, MACD moving up slowly. Yep. I would like to see some more volume behind it. This could be like a false breakout. But as it stands right now, this is, you know, not looking too bad. That's the only thing I can think of that I'd like to see more of is volume. Besides volume, though, it could definitely be that. The only other thing is maybe this could be a dead cat bounce. Me personally, I probably wouldn't even bother trying to play this until it hit 219 and then see if it breaks through. That would be what I would be aiming for. Verb here is getting closer to VWAP. It's just touching it now. Let's see if it breaks down or holds. INBS up at 152 and it's halted again. Man, we are never getting our shares out of this. The dip and rips are just making it halt like crazy. ALLR is looking really good for us. We're up at 37 cents here. We could, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit because I got a little high. Profit, ALLR, 0.37. Did we hit 0.38? We might have just touched it. No, we got close though. Yeah, I guess 0.39 is going to be the next one, so we can move this down to 0.39. Got a little bit of resistance to break through to get there, and then we're obviously going to 0.41. And then 0.43. So hopefully that happens. Verb does look like it's bouncing off the VWAP nicely. We could take another chance at this. First time worked out, second time did not. This time could probably work out. I think that MACD's in an area where it could start to turn around now. 5 minutes looking like a reversal, so. Verb, 0.44, let's go 0.55 at least, and then a 0.42. Try this again. So give it 2 cents from where you get it. We're pretty close to that area where 2 cents should be kind of okay. Okay, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, first one's probably going to be that 4-7 area. We can take some profits at that. That'll at least cover the 1-to-1 ratio. Past that, we'll go 4-9, and then 5-1, 5-3, and hopefully 5-5 after that. So we can take a little bit here. Taking a little profit, verb, 0.47. Okay, I'm gonna remove that line now. It looks like we're making that push up to that 4-9 area. Taking more, 0.49. So close. ALLR still bouncing around that 36-cent area. INBS halted 152, 655, 659. We're looking at 1 more minute to unhalt. TCRX, you know what? It is making its recovery. The volume has picked up a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but a little bit, and it's not looking too bad. I still would wait to see for that 220 area to break, though. If you can't break 220, you're not going to get... I mean, unless you're taking the move from $2 to 220. That could be another way of looking at it. ALLR down. Verb is up, touching 49 cents, so we hit that price target. Next one on the list is 51. DBGI is still kind of doing its thing. Not really giving us much in terms of profit. This could be like an all-day kind of hold. Verb with a nasty red candle. INBS should be opening up here. We gonna see. We got MTC popping up. All right, we're at 160. I was kind of saying 165, but anywhere here, we could probably look to close this out. Actually, we didn't see that much of a dip this time, which is kind of weird because this is a stock that's been opening up and dipping really hard and then running back up. Here's the dip. Let's see if it runs back up this time. It's like it almost predictably does this. Did it really just halt down? I think it did. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Oh, and we stopped out. We got knifed on DBGI. Yeah, honestly didn't see that coming either. But it is what it is. Man, I would be really upset though if this starts to take back off. It bounced right off that area of support. Didn't respect the 200 at all. Just right through it. BoxD starting to move back up here, so we saw it down to 60 cents. It's up to 65. Probably come back up, hit that 68. ALLR still dropping, so we got a little bit of profit out of it, but not a lot. This will probably breaks down to close to break even on it. Verb is moving back up again. We got a long ways to go before we hit that next PT, so unless we get a massive green candle, we're gonna be waiting a little bit. ALLR gonna stop us out, so let's bring our profit there down a little bit. Still made a little bit though, so it's not too bad. TCRX still doing its thing. DBGI sitting pretty low, so I don't know if this one's gonna actually move back up. This is looking more like a breakdown, so we could see this down to that 280 level We'll see if that holds. Verb does look like it wants to move back up, but how high? That is the question. 5 minutes still looking pretty decent, but I still think that Verb has a good chance for a really, really good dip here. So I'm a little wary about buying in again. I think I'm going to maybe wait till we see this 33-cent level. Once we see 33 cents on this, I think that's going to be a decent area to judge if it's going to continue to move or not. ALLR is breaking a new low. So we're probably not going to want to touch ALLR again either for right now anyways. Let's see. I mean, the lowest is 30 cents here. So if we hit 30 cents and it looks like it might start turning around, that could be a good chance. Boxy getting real close to that resistance at 69 cents again, so we'll wait and see on that. TCRX still moving up very, very slowly. And Verb is, just kind of doing its thing. We got MTC, that's what I want to look at. MTC 123, going from $1 to $1.27. It's not too bad. What's the news on it? There is no news on it. Yeah, it's not really my favorite. DGHI, nope. Could look at ARDS again. I think I looked at ARDS earlier though. VAX. Yeah, again, the range on this isn't really enough to make it worth it. FTK. No. I think we're probably stuck with what we got for today, but you know what? That's not necessarily a bad thing. We got INBS, which is moving pretty crazy. It's basically propping up. Probably our big win for the day was INBS. We're 5 wins, 5 losses. Oh, I was counting my break even as a loss too because of fees, isn't it? Let's take a look. It is. That's okay though. Technically it's a loss. It's a $4 loss. HLBC, yeah, we could take a look at that. Yeah, the INBS trade for 48% is really, we got ALLR for 20 there, and then again for 3. And Verb for 9 so far, so that's good. Yeah, let's look at HLBC. Nice dip, that's for sure. We got lots of lines going on here, so we can just actually remove them all. We'll look for a bigger picture. Okay. Let's just do some sharding here quickly. We'll get the bigger picture. We saw a dip down here. This looks like a Wyckoff spring to me. Now the question is, can it hold the 200? That's the big question. Would have been nice to get it 24 cents, but this is looking pretty promising actually. I like this turnaround. I think I might take a chance on it. We haven't had a ton of success today, but it's been okay for a Monday, I guess. 26. I'm going to go for at least 30. And then a 0.25 because we don't really have a ton of room. But I do like that it crossed that 200 and is currently holding it. Could give it back, but we'll see. Be even better to get a... Oh, we're unhalted on INBS. That felt really quick. Who knows where INBS is going to go. Verb's going to stop us out on the remainder, which is fine. Kind of expected that. Let's see where this ends up, though. Realistically, we do want to see this at least 38 cents. ALLR still kind of doing its dip. TCRX back down to $2. DBGI, it is still holding this area. It's just not moving. We're seeing some movement here, almost up to 27. So like we said, you know, on a stock like this cheap, every cent is going to be a profit-taking point. So we're going to go 27, and then 28, and then 29, then 30, and so on. Verb's not doing anything. INBS is back up to 147. Where's our stop on INBS? Oh, it's way down at 89 cents. That's quite the difference. 150, 152, we're going to probably halt back up here. Verb not doing anything. We've got ALLR not doing anything. Maybe if you get lucky, you could squeeze a 25 entry and put your stop at 24. That could be really good. Getting a 24 entry would obviously be the best, because then you'd have to break a new low to get stopped out, but I can't see that happening. INBS pushing back up to that 160 level. I wonder if it'll hit it. Verb, we're still being patient. I still think it's going to drop lower. It might bounce off the 20, but I really don't think so. I think it's probably going to dip at least to 38. You find quite a bit of support in this 38 zone. If not, you might find some down here at 34. So 38 at the top, 34 at the bottom. That's what I'd like to see. 36 is also a potential. All right, so we actually almost hit 28 cents there. Go ahead and take some profit. .28-ish. You're in at 325. What the hell, man? You told me to look at HLBZ, and you're trading GNS. You're just distracting me. Keeping the winners for yourself. Let's take a look. You're in at 325. Wow, that's pretty good. Looks risky, but you know what? I kind of see it. I kind of see why you got in around that 325. Did you buy it on the dip, or did you buy it as it was moving up? Oh, you did say GNS too. I just missed it. You know what? We can fix that though. We can make it... I can just go ahead and... Oh. What am I doing here? I don't know what the hell I just did. That's not... I'm so bad at Discord. Ha! There you go. Got rid of it. Now it was never said. Now it's your fault. Yeah, ALLR still falling. Boxy finally actually broke out of that 69 resistance. It moved up to 72. The price action on this is so thin, it's kind of hard to trade, so I've just been staying away from it, but, you know, there's a good chance. We did break 28 here on HLBZ. Looking good. Kind of. I mean, we're bouncing around quite a bit, but you know what? That's part of it. GNS halted at 7:08. It's 7:10, so you got 3 minutes left on that unhalt. Yeah, you're doing well on this. If you're already up from, 325, if the sun halts up, I'd definitely be looking to take some profit. That's for sure. DBGS looking good. Possibly. It's holding at least, but I mean, it was holding up here too, and then it just dropped, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that again. We did make it down to 40 cents here on Verb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just leave a runner. I'm such a fan of the runners. Even if it's literally just like one share, it just makes me feel better knowing that, if it does move up, I have something left in there. Even if it's actually just like completely meaningless. It doesn't help your portfolio, but it helps your psyche. Am I in Verb? No, I'm not in Verb. I probably should be in Verb, though. Does look like it could bounce here. But again, you know what? Man, I was waiting for that 38 zone, and it looks like it bounced off the 20. Ruiners? Well, it depends how much you're leaving in, though, right? Like, on something like GNS, you don't know how high this can run, right? This could go back up to $4, but... Like, if you're happy with your profits when this unhalts, and like it unhalts around 370 or something, I would take like 95% of it out and just leave that 5% all the way down to your stop, or until it hits like $4 or something. Yeah, exactly. Just a tiny bit. You don't need to leave a lot. It's not even about the profits at that point. It's just to help you not feel bad if it does go to $4 or $4.50 or $5, Or like take HKD, for instance. Like, people got into that at like, what, $20, $30, ran up to $1,000. Can you imagine leaving a runner up to $1,000? Even if it was only one share out of 100 shares, it still would have beat your profits. It's crazy. Okay, I kind of feel better about Verb now that I didn't get in because it's looking like very weak price action right now, so I do think it'll have to come back down. Yeah, even the one share, it helps your psyche because then you're not feeling like you're missing out. And then when you feel like you're missing out, half the time you want to jump back in. Then you're jumping back in a really unfavorable position because it's already moved up on you a lot. And you're probably just going to stop out, which is just going to make you feel even worse. It's a good way to ruin your day. So even just leaving like one share and just that's why you'll always hear me say leaving a runner, and you never hear me actually, unless it moves up a crazy amount, I just don't close it out. Even if it runs back into stop, I don't care. It doesn't really hurt the P&L. Yes, I always close runners the same day. So, you know, if it either hits stop or hits a crazy number, or I'll just like by end of day, I'll just look back and close all positions. However, on something like GNS, it is unhalted. Okay, yeah, so it did hit that 370 zone. That's crazy. So for like GNS, for instance, if you go back to like the hourly chart here, you know, like we saw that it ran up from like, I think our original entry was like 88 cents on this or something, and then it ran all the way up to 550, right? So like even if you got in at 880, like I left a runner on GNS, whatever day we played at 88 cents, and then I came back like 3 hours later, and it was at like, I think I sold it at $1.40, and then I saw it up at like $2 or $3. So I was kind of upset still, but you know, I wouldn't have had any extra money if I didn't leave a runner. Out at 360, that's not bad. That's good profits. I don't think it's in a position I want to buy into right now. That's for sure. It's too high. Box D at the 200 here. So this could be our opportunity on Box D. It is just breaking bear, so it might break down from here, and it is. We could see this back down to 62 cents. I might think about taking an entry on this at 62 cents. I think there's a decent chance here, and might actually get it, so I should be prepared for that. 0.62. Well, what's the bottom here? We're looking at 0.60. I would need to give this 3 cents at 62. I'd actually prefer to get in at 61 then. But I don't think it's going to give me 60. Well, you know, it might just give me 61. I'll say 61-ish. We'll go for 60. We'll go for 70. And then a 0.59 stop. Stopped out on the runner on GNS. Oh yeah, look at that tumble all the way back down to 332. So you put that above your end. What did you move it up to then? Maybe the top of the bodies here at 337 or something. Or did you have a trailing stop? 340. Yeah, that looked like the logical place to have a stop. This is looking like it could be an entry off VWAP. But again, you know, we just had this big crazy move from 285 to 3, that's almost a whole dollar here. On Box D, I'm waiting for a little bit more of a dip, at least down to 62. I really don't want to get in higher than 62. Verb is moving its way back up. Volume's looking pretty decent here. Did somebody jump in on Verb? I didn't. I didn't get in. I was talking about it, and I was really set on this 38 cent mark, not the 20 bounce, so I missed it because I didn't want the 20 bounce, and that's what I decided to take. HLBC actually dipped down pretty far there. We did hit our first PT there, 27. We did hit our second at 28, so we're not doing too bad here. I would like to hit 29, obviously, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens. I don't think I'm getting my 62-cent entry on Boxed either, but I'm gonna be patient with it. I don't really care if I miss it. I would rather wait for my 62. GNS bounced, yeah. Bounced off the 20. Let's take a look at on the 5 minute. Got a lot of support in this area here on the 5 minute, so that could be good. There's a good argument to be made. It could bounce off this area here. But I still feel like I missed the move and it's going to come back down. So I'm really still not liking it. The 1 minute price action is looking pretty okay though so far. It's not looking bad. This is looking like a really good strong area here around 330. Yeah, I'm still not convinced. I'm trying to convince myself on this one and I can't do it. Not yet. I'd rather miss it. We'll see. We'll see if it dips back down. I don't even have a level that looks good enough for me to want to buy back in on it, and I think that's the hardest part. Well, I found something here. Maybe this level right here. If we see this down to this 305 level, and it looks like it's going to hold, maybe then. It's too risky right now. And the profit potential is not... I mean, it's okay. Going from 330 to... If you got back up to 370, it would be pretty okay, but... I'd still rather wait for a little bit more of a dip. Or to see this. Maybe if this starts to move back up and we see momentum pick up, maybe then it would be good to get an entry on it. But for the time being, I think I'm just going to wait it out. We'll see. INBS, is it halted again? No, it's not halted. Boxed is moving up. I might have missed my entry here. Gave us 63 and I got greedy. I wanted 62. We'll see. Verb's back down, so this could be good. If you're not in it, of course, then it would be good. It could be going for another 20 bounce. We'll be patiently waiting for that and see what happens. Wow, came very close to stopping out on HLBZ runner. GNS, yeah, looks like it's dipping further. Well, maybe not further, 322 there, but I don't think this is going to bounce. I think this is going to fall through. Still bullish pressure on most of these candles, but still slowly dropping. INBS around 3 or 130 there. What's the top here? 159. That's not bad. It's quite the run from whatever we got in 93 cents. I think we got in. I think it still has potential to keep moving too. TCRX holding $2. Verb doing its thing here at 41 cents, not really making a move any further. Looks like it could go for another 20 bounce. Still not really super interested in taking a play on Verb at this level, but someone's got to be thinking it's going to drop back to the 20 and bounce. TCRX still bouncing around. We got like nothing moving here. I think this candle should have stopped me out. Nope, never mind. It was like a tenth away. Okay, GNS has been holding this 20 for a really long time now. Not really long, like a couple minutes, but that's a pretty long time for me. I'm starting to feel the FOMO a little bit. Still really, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of upside potential, but obviously there's lots of downside potential too. Okay, where are we sitting right now? You know, this isn't a half bad level for a bounce, just even in the grand scheme of things. Now I'm talking myself into it. I'm just gonna give it a shot. GNS here, 330. Gonna go for 370. And 320 stop. We're not looking for any crazy numbers here in either direction. Our stop's gonna be pretty tight because we don't need a ton of room. If you could get better than 330 for an entry, though, you might be more comfortable moving this down a little bit, like 317, 318 would probably be the best area. We'll see if we can get something better than 330 here. Verb's at 40 cents, right on the 20 there. Let's see if it bounces again or if it falls through. This is the one I'm being patient about for that 38 level. Got 29 there a couple times. Well, looks like we may have gotten 28. 26. There we go. That's not bad. If we could get 25. I think that might be getting a little greedy. I'll just take this. 326. I could move this down 4 if I wanted to. I'm just going to move it down 2. So 318. Box D, man. We missed it. We missed it. Got greedy. We'll see. If it can break through the 200, then we miss it. If it gets rejected, maybe we get another shot at this. GNS moves back up here all the way to 334. That's pretty... Alright, I'm up 10 cents. That's our 1-to-1 taking profit. GNS, 337-ish. I think that's where it hit, 337, yeah. So anywhere on there, you can take some profit. Damn, that was 9 cents there on my fill, not 10. Could take some more now. We're right at that rejection point at 340. Breaks through it, looking good. 343, 346. That would be another scale up point. So we could go and put a line there, 346. 356 would be the next one. I'm glad I talked myself into that. You were watching Blue? Where are you coming up with all these tickers, man? I'm not finding any of these things. Let's take a look at Blue. Yeah, not my favorite. That one's not looking too bad. I mean, there was a 30-cent run there, but still, $6, that's not the best. You blew it. Yeah, he blew it. That's funny. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you know, 30 cents is 30 cents at the end of the day, but when you get to the $6 range, it's the percentage wise, it's not really there. GNS sitting around that 340 area. Verb will not give us 38 here. It's just not gonna do it. INBS back up again here. We're up to 146. We still have a small runner in this. I don't know where the hell it's going, but guess we'll wait and find out. HLBZ, we're back up to 27 now, so we're in profit on HLBZ. We could cut here because we came so close to stop, and it might just come back down on us, but I don't know. I think I'm willing to risk it. It was getting up. It is retesting it. We're going to see either we get stopped out here or it starts to shoot back up. It's either going up or it's going down. That's my technical standpoint. It's logging you out again? Are you running off a VPS or something? Is your connection wired or wireless? Because it could it be that you're wired too? What the hell could it be? That's weird. Did you ever log in off your phone? Or are you doing it off your phone? No, you probably... I tried the mobile app. It's not very good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because to me it sounds like it's you probably got cookies on something logging, keeping you logged in, or yeah, the web one's stupid. The mobile version sucks. The only thing that works is TWS, and I don't log into the regular web version at all or on mobile because I've had that issue before. It doesn't happen frequently, but occasionally it'll just kick you out because it says you're logged in somewhere else. TZ Mobiles? Yeah, I haven't even looked at TZ Mobile yet. I probably won't because I never really need to. I should have it downloaded though because I do preach that you should have access to your brokerage from your phone as well, just in case your internet goes out or you lose power or something like that. You want to still be able to close your positions, and you could log in from the web on your phone, but it's just easier with an app. But yeah, if you've logged in anywhere else, like even like on a different computer or something at some random point, it's best to just go onto all those devices and just log in and then manually log out instead of like actually letting it log you out. That's the only thing I can think of that might help that. Or get rid of the cookies in your browsers. Sometimes that can do it, although cookies really shouldn't work that way. Sometimes they do though. HLBZ back up to 28. GNS pushing 340 again, so it retested and held. ALR not doing anything. Verb, it's not going to give us the 38. I've kind of given up on that. Same with BoxD, hasn't given us 62, and I really, at this point, I'm not sure I want 62 anymore. So I think we're good with what we got so far. We only got 1 minute left anyway, so we're not going to be opening any new trades. If you're going to focus on anything, I would say, you know what? All of these have potential. TCRX is going to be too slow, I feel. DBGI is going to be too slow. Blue, I wouldn't really worry about either. I'd be more worried about INBS, BoxD, Verb, ALLR, HLBZ, and GNS. I think all of these have some sort of potential. I see ALLR as a potential recovery, and it could be a really, really good one. We could go from like 30 cents, because I was talking about this 30 cents level earlier, right? Could go from 30 cents all the way back up to 46, and that's big, so that's worth keeping an eye on if you see a recovery. INBS, I wouldn't really even be looking for an entry anywhere here. I'd be waiting for a little bit more of a dip. I'd be at least to the 129, 128 area, maybe even more. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, for sure, man. BoxD, I'm not really sure that 62, 61 cent area could be a possible good time to get in, but you could be holding this for a long time. Verb is looking good. I'm just stubborn. I wanted 38. It's not going to give me 38, but you know what? If it drops down to the 20, it looks like it's bounced off a couple times, so this could be a potential good play off the 20 EMA. HLBZ is obviously HLBZ. It's looking good. It's in a good price point. It's not moving too volatile where like you're going to get instantly stopped out, but it's grinding up slowly, and you only need a couple cents on this to really make it worth it. GNS is also looking pretty good. I think this has potential. I'm still holding some. I think it could get it back up to 360 at least. And then we'll just run through the tracker here quickly. 7 wins, 5 losses, 12 trades today. We're at $400 on the day. 77% win rate. Here we go, trade summary. 103% gains today. It's counting one of our break even as a loss because of fees. And then we've got one decent sized loss here. TCRX for almost 4%. DBGI 3.3, Verb 2.1. INBS holding us up at 66% gains. And ALLR for 20%. Can't forget about that. But that's majority of our gains are from those two trades. INBS was a huge one. ALLR was kind of a lucky find, I think. We got lucky with that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully you made some money today. Good luck on your afternoon trading, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.